There's no other option for the court. She cannot be supervised. She's a danger to the community. She's a danger to herself.
Danger to the community. The judge today talking about repeat offender Rebecca Johnson is now heading to prison for the very first time. After violating probation, Johnson was brought back into court to answer to the accusations. Now here's some background on her. You may remember when she first made headlines. Let's take you back to this DUI crash in July of 2006. It happened in far eastern Jefferson County. Johnson crashed into the railroad crossing gate at LaGrange Road and Chamberlain Lane, located not far from the Gene Snyder Freeway exits. Johnson was drunk and speeding. The impact of the crash cut the car in half. Her two passengers, Justin Cantrell and Ben McIntosh, both died at the scene. Now, today, with the new accusation, her attorney argued she needs support that prison cannot offer. The judge disagreed and sentenced her to 5 years. Shay McAllister covered the case in the courthouse.
Rebecca Johnson has been in and out of Jefferson County courtrooms for the last 15 years, convicted in a deadly DUI and on drug trafficking charges. But she has never been sentenced to time in prison. Today, on the 8th floor of the Jefferson County Judicial Center, that all changed.
I'm going to revoke your probation, Ms. Johnson.
In front of the family that has waited 15 years for justice, a judge sent Rebecca Johnson to prison for the first time. Johnson was in court for a probation revocation hearing. According to court documents, she walked away from required substance abuse treatment and used someone else's urine on a drug test. In court, she admitted those accusations were true, and her attorney asked for home incarceration so she could continue outpatient treatment that he says was finally the right fit for her traumatic brain injury. The prosecutor argued she has had more than a decade to find a solution that would keep her out of trouble, and nothing worked. The judge agreed, calling her a danger to the public and saying the only supervision appropriate is incarceration. It was the words this family says they have waited so long to hear. Finally finding justice for the death of Justin, killed in Johnson's DUI crash 15 years ago.
We weren't going to give up. If this went on for another 15 years, we would have been here at every single hearing. We were going to fight for Justin, and we were going to fight for justice.
Johnson was taken into custody at the end of the hearing, where she will be booked into Metro Corrections and then moved to prison. Rebecca Johnson is up for another probation revocation hearing in Oldham County. That court date is set for Wednesday. If her probation is revoked, she could be facing an additional 5 years in prison. In Louisville, I'm Shay McAllister.